We will begin. I just want to begin first by welcoming everyone to this class. I'm really excited. I love theme classes. I love especially the energy of the universe. So anytime that there's some significant event like a full moon or new moon, it just perks me up, and I love creating themes around them. So whenever there's an equinox, a fall or spring equinox or summer solstice or the winter solstice, I just tune into that energy and I want to share it with everyone. So that's why I've created this themed class. And so this is, if you look at my handout, um, all the seasons and everything is on a wheel. So this is the last big seasonal event of the year, right? So yeah, so welcome everyone. And just so I can introduce myself, I'm Rose Whippich. I have a lot of people here from the high school or the middle school that have joined. And I welcome all of you. I know most of you. My kids are in juniors in school, so I'm really excited that you're all here. All right, so the way I structured today's class, just gonna make sure everyone's muted. The way the class is, oh, Catherine, I'm gonna just mute you, hon, is we are going to do just a soft, nice, simple meditation to clear our energy. And then we'll do some movement. And the movements are pretty simple or nothing crazy. Everyone's can do them. Just be mindful of your energy and what you're feeling in your body. And some of the movements are going to be Qigong as well. I'm learning to become a Qigong instructor as we speak. And I find that the movements are just so grounding and energetic and uplifting and really connect with our internal space. So I'm going to do some of that as well. So if you've never done a Qigong, I hope that you will enjoy it. All right. So if you did get the handout, you could use it afterwards. As I mentioned, the journal or the reflection questions are for later on. Maybe you'll feel different. Maybe you'll be inspired to answer the questions from really deep within. And I hope that you do take the time to reflect on the questions that I sent you. So right now, what we're going to do is prepare ourselves for practice. So I ask that you come to a lying down position. So on your back, really get comfortable. And close your eyes when you get there. So find the space that feels right for you. If you need to put a pillow underneath your legs, you can. I've asked for pillows for later on. Shavasana is going to be a little longer and a little bit more restorative, where we really let go of the energy and ground down towards the end. So right now, come to your space. The winter solstice marks the longest night of the year. It's a turning point signifying the rebirth of the sun and the return to light. And it's a perfect time to reflect on the past year. It is from darkness that inspiration emerges. It is in darkness that our inner light is lit. As we reflect on past intentions and let go of what is not needed anymore, we start to create space within us to manifest, to bring in more of that light and more of what is in alignment with our true selves. So on this day, make a conscious effort to increase the amount of light, the amount of positive thoughts and love in and around you. Allow the body to rest comfortably on the floor. Feel your bones melting, slowly softening and resting. Don't hold on to any tension anywhere in the body. Relax the eyeballs, relax the head, even soften the jaw and create an inner smile. Take notice of the energy that you're feeling at the moment, how you arrived at this space. Release any expectations and just be. Feel the gentle curve in the low back. Relax any tension. Feel the clothes on your skin. And as you keep your eyes closed, just make believe you're just gazing at the dark sky. Now take a moment and visualize a color. It could be any color you want. It could be gold, it could be blue, green, yellow. And allow it to start forming at your belly. Feel as if it's a glowing sun within the belly. And the belly is the area of where the chi resides in the lower part of the body. The chi is energy. And now start to picture this light move throughout the body. Think of it sweeping the inside, right? As if it's an energetic Roomba, one of those little vacuum sweepers, little round sweepers, but it's a golden light. And it's moving down the limbs. And as it does, it sweeps away any debris that we no longer need. And that debris doesn't have to be emotions or anything like that. It could also be physical, any sensations that are bothering you. Just allow that Roomba, that light, to move around the body. Allow it to float towards every organ. Continue to watch it or feel it move around each part of your body. And if it's in the lower trunk where it began, allow it to start to move up and settle in the heart space. Allow this golden light or this blue light, whatever light color it is, allow it to expand in this space. Feel the breath expand with it. Feel the energy that is inside your heart. Allow you to feel safe and secure. Now allow the light to move down your arms, towards your fingertips. Allow the light to extend out of the fingertips towards the other arm, to those fingertips. And then allow the light to move up the arm, towards the shoulders, towards the throat. Allow it to move around the face. And then towards the top of the crown. From here, as the light moves all the way up the crown, allow it to move out of the crown and pour outwards over your body, all around like a liquid form. This waterfall of beautiful light, allow it to move all around the body as if it's creating this beautiful orb of light, just sweeping any energies around you. Things that you no longer need, as if it's cleaning the aura. Feel this beautiful light around you. Feel the warm glow of it. Bask in its richness. And know that this beautiful light, this beautiful, clean and vibrant energy around you is always there. It's like a beautiful protective cloak around you that will guide you and that will always light your way wherever and whenever there is darkness. Take a few moments to really feel this energy, this beautiful light, and feel how much lighter you are now after what we no longer need has been removed. Now take a nice deep inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, fill the chest, and then exhale it out through the mouth. Really let it go. And let's do that 2 more times. Let's take a deep inhale in and exhale it out through the mouth. And just stay here for another few breaths, but now start to bring the breath to its normal pace without forcing it, without controlling it. Just allow it to float in and out of the body in a circular fashion. So as we inhale in, allow it to exhale out. Feel it come out through the belly in this beautiful circular motion. And now slowly start to open the eyes. From here, we're going to start to invite just some gentle movements. If you have any pillows underneath your legs, just remove them. Now, start to bend the right knee into the chest. Grab or bring your hands to the outside of the shins. Bring the knee closer. And then start to extend the leg slowly, pointing the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Now keep a bend to the knee, right? So don't force the extension. We don't want to overextend. The sensation should be between a mild and moderate. So about a 2 and a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. And then from here, start to circulate the ankle. So about 4 rotations towards the right in a clockwise fashion. And then 4 rotations the opposite way. And then point and flex the toes about 4 times. So some gentle movements. And now start to draw the knee closer to the chest. Take your right hand and you can either grab the outside of the foot or the inside of the foot, okay? And bring the knee towards the outside of the body. So the knee is probably outside of the right elbow. This is called a half happy baby. We're targeting the inside of the inner groin area in the hip area. So from here, if you want to just sway the legs side to side, just some gentle warm-ups, right? Nothing too fancy, nothing too heavy. Maybe bend, rebend the leg just slightly. We can't fully extend in this position because our arm doesn't extend as far as our foot. So it's just some gentle stretching. And then pause. You can release the hand, bring the leg in towards the center, bring the knee in towards the chest, give it a nice squeeze, and then lift the head as you bring the chin towards the knee, rounding up out the upper spine. And now from here, you're going to start to lift the left leg, start to bend the left knee into the chest, and we're going to switch legs. Okay? So extend the right leg out straight, maybe hold it and hover it for a breath, and then lower that leg down. Lower the upper body and rest the neck. Okay. From here, we're going to start to extend the left leg out towards the ceiling. And once again, keep the knee bent. And then start to rotate the ankles. So 4 one way, 4 the other way. And then point and flex. You should feel the little tensile resistance increase in the back of the leg, maybe with the flexion of the foot. Then start to bend the knee into the chest. Bring your left hand up to grab the outside or the inside of the foot. You can also bring the hand to the back of the thigh and hold it there if that's too much of a stretch on the shoulder. And then from here, just maybe rock the leg side to side, bend, and straighten it out just a little bit. These are micro movements here, nothing major. And then slowly bring that knee in towards the center, release the hand, bring the knee in towards the chest. Now bend the right knee, bring the right knee in towards the chest. And then rock on the lower back. So the lower back is where the kidneys are. And winter is the element of water. And the organ is the kidneys and the bladder. So we're going to do a lot of work today, which will enhance the health and the vitality of these organs, right, as we move into winter. Beautiful. All right, we're going to start to do that now, actually. So bring the soles of your feet flat onto the mat. Keep the knees bent. Okay. Bring your hands alongside of the body, palms facing down. You can walk the feet in towards the hips a little bit more. What we're going to be doing, just so I could set you up, is we're going to lift our hips and create micro bend or compression in the lower spine to help with the energy of the kidneys. Okay? Trying to keep your knees in the center in line with your hips. Okay, let's take a cleansing breath first. So that's an inhale in and an exhale out. And on your next inhale, without straightening the neck, we're not using the neck here. Press your feet into the mat and start to peel the pelvis up off the floor. Engage the glutes by squeezing them, and then engage the thighs here. So you're contracting using the thigh muscles as you lift the pelvis. And as you lift, doesn't matter how high you go, just hold it for 2 complete breaths. That's an inhale in and exhale. Another inhale and an exhale. Then start to slowly lower the back. Then lower the lower spine, so the upper back, the lower spine, and then release and rest for a moment. We'll do this either 1 or 2 more times. Okay? Just be mindful of the sensations, because I can't see everyone what's going on. So you're your own authority here. All right, let's start to peel that pelvis up, taking that inhale, peeling the body up off the floor, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the thighs, contracting the thighs, making them nice and strong. Good. And press the shoulders or the upper arms into the ground. Right. Don't use your head or your neck. Use the strength of your arms, your shoulders, the upper part of your arm. Take another deep inhale, exhale, and then lower all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest. And then lower the legs onto the mat. Keeping your soles of your feet flat onto the mat again. And from here, we're going to open the knees wide. We're going to come into an open butterfly pose here. Okay? Now, if you have pillows handy, and if it's too much sensation in the inner groin area, put a pillow underneath each ankle or underneath the thigh. And that'll keep a support because we want to feel the sensation, but not to a point where it's going to hurt you. Okay. And then take your hands, place them on the belly. This is where we were breathing in that beautiful golden light earlier. And this is where the chi resides. When we're born with a whole bunch of beautiful energy, and it's stored in the area in the kidneys. Right? And just start to just breathe, or just continue to breathe, letting go of any need to control the sensations or the legs. And if there's any pain anywhere, please come out of the pose, right? If the sensation's above moderate, you can bring the knees together and extend the legs out. We're just going to stay here for a few more breaths. This practice will be very gentle and very reflective, right? So nothing fiery, nothing too over the. Sure I understand. Oops, sorry about that. Just a very gentle practice. I'll take 2 more complete breaths here. After your second exhale, bring your hands to the outside of the thighs. And I want you to slowly bring the knees towards the middle. And then allow the knees to gently pause against each other while you bring your feet to your right foot to the right side of the mat, your left towards the left side. Just pause here for a moment. Allow the connective tissue to start to draw into the body because we were stretching that part of the hip for a while. And then we're going to bring in some windshield wiper movements. So draw the knees to the right, just to the right side, slowly down towards the mat, lifting them towards the center, and then slowly lowering them down to the left side. And do this a few more times. So this is also creating a rotation of the spine. That's a nice feeling when we're rotating the spine, right? Exercising all the nerves around our spine. All right, one more round on each side. And then bring the knees towards the center. Lower both knees on to the right, and then swing your body towards the right side too. You're going to press yourself into a seated position. And we're going to come up soon. We're just going to do one little stretch before we come up to seated. From here, just extend the legs out. Okay. We're going to come to a forward fold. If you have a blanket handy or a pillow, you may want to, if you know your hamstrings are tight, place the pillow underneath your thighs and your knee. Okay. From here, bring the palms towards the side of the body, facing up. Let's inhale, reach the palms up, and then exhale, start to lower down. We're going to lean with our heart space, and then wherever it starts to feel that mild to moderate sensation, I want you to bring the hands to the side. So just drop them onto the mat or onto the floor. You don't need to reach for the feet. That's not our intention. Our intention is to stretch the back sides of the legs and also the lower back. Once again, this works the kidney and the bladder meridian. So a major or a big intention of this practice today is to, um, bring that health and vitality to those organs. And we'll take 3 complete breaths. That's an inhale and an exhale. And after your third exhale, start to walk the hands back towards the hips. Gently press and lift. Bring the hands behind you with the fingertips facing the back. And then squeeze the shoulder blades together. And feel as if there's a silk thread in your by your heart space, lifting the heart up. Just gaze up at feels like I'm just like kind of hanging out, gazing up at the sky. Tomorrow night, by the way, if you get a chance to go outside, please go outside. There's a huge planetary action happening where it's going to be the brightest star in over 800 years. So it's something you don't want to miss. All right, let's release. Just for a moment, let's cross our knees. We'll do some neck stretches. We're going to include the arms and exercise or warm up the arms as well. Bring the hands to the side, palms are facing up. We're going to inhale, reach up. Your palms touch, maybe yes, maybe not. And then exhale, lower the hands to the heart space. And then open the hands wide. And then gaze to the right hand. Turn and face to the left hand, gaze towards the middle finger. And then come back to center. Inhale, turn the palms up, reach up. Palms touch or not. Lower to your heart space. Draw that energy out. Turn the head to the right. And then turn the head towards the left side, gazing that way. Inhale back to center, turn the palms up one last time. Exhale down towards the heart space, and as you open the arms, just start to turn your gaze towards the right hand. And then turn the gaze towards the left side. Inhale, just are reaching our arms up this time. And then lowering the hands down. Bring your hands onto the mat. We're going to swing our legs around. We're going to come into what we call tabletop. Hands and knees. There's different names for it. Just going to lower this iPad. I'm hearing a lot of ding-dongs. All right. We're going to bring some movement to the spine. Bring the hands or the wrists underneath the knees, underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Okay. Now, pressing your hands down into the mat, turn your right hand to the right, your left hand towards the left, as if you're turning jar handles or dials. That brings the elbows in towards each other. And on your next inhale, you're going to lift the head and lift the torso. So your hip goes up, your hips go up to the sky, as does your head. And then as you exhale, round out the spine. Draw the tailbone in and your chin towards your chest. Inhale. Let's do that a few times. It's called cat-cow. I'm sure this looks familiar to many. And for the next few rounds of cat-cow, invite other movements in. Some people like to sway side to side, bringing a few side stretches to the body, or maybe some circles. Or maybe you want to just continue with this cat-cow movement. Maybe it feels really good. Maybe you've been sitting all day or working all day. It's great for people that have been shoveling snow, right? And I'll show you another one, which is great for people that have been shoveling snow. Start to walk your hands out and then draw the hips back. Child's pose. We're going to stay here just for a few breaths. And if your hips don't come back towards your heels, you can lift them up, okay? More towards like a tabletop, bringing the arms out in front. Child's pose is just a great pause if you need to pause or stop during practice. This is also a great pose if you're feeling sad. A lot of people get sad during the winter because of lack of light, right? So this is a nice one just to help you ground down. Just feel the presence of the earth. Let's take another complete breath. And then come back through tabletop. We're going to make our way to standing. All right. So we're going to tuck the toes behind us. And we're going to lift the knees up. And then come into downward dog. So downward dog is this upside down V shape. Your knees can be bent. You don't have to extend the knees fully if your back, the hamstrings are tight. Right? You can pedal out the feet, so bend one knee, extend the other, and do that a few times. See how that feels. So experiment, right? Feel into the experience that you're sensing in the body. Now from here, just for a moment, stay in a pause or in a moment of stillness. And then we're going to inhale. We're going to come up onto those toes, bend the knees, and take some baby steps or a few steps towards the top of the mat. Now, if you need to stand up and walk to the top of the mat, just like I did, that's great too. That's not as easy as it seems when I say it. So however you get to the top of the mat. And when you get to the top of the mat, bring the feet hip distance apart. Draw the shoulder blades up and back. And just do a couple of rotations. So 3 one way, big circles. And then 3 the other way. Nice big circles, squeezing the shoulders or the shoulder blades as if you're squeezing a pencil. And then bring the arms by the side. Palms are facing out. This is called mountain pose. The crown is reaching towards the heavens or the sky. Feet are rooted down towards the earth. Let's take another cleansing breath. Let's take an inhale and then an exhale. And on the next inhale, start to reach the palms up. Allow the palms to float. Allow them to touch or not. And then as you exhale, release the palms, bring them to the side as if they're open wings, and then float all the way down. Keep the knees bent. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your shins, press into those shins and lift and lengthen the back. We're just going to do a couple of easy warm-ups here, and then we'll add on to that. And as we exhale, fold forward again. Make sure you release the head. Try not to hold any tension in the neck. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Extend those wings like big bird wings to the side, and then all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. And then by your side. Inhale, reach up. This time, you're going to hook the thumbs. Inhale up, exhale, bend to the right. Inhale back to center, exhale, bend to the left. Inhale back to center, release the arms, and then float all the way down, bending at the hips. Inhale for that half lift again, pressing into the shins allows the back to lift. Exhale, release down again. Inhale, rise, expanding the arms, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, hands at heart center, down by your side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, this time we're going to open, twist towards the right side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, open arm twist towards the other side. And then inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, fold at the hips, coming into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, plant the hands down. This time we're going to step the right foot back. And you're going to lower the back knee. You can keep the toes tucked or not. The knee is a little bit beyond the hip. And then place your hands onto your thighs and lift the torso. Press your knee forward. You should feel a nice stretch in that back leg. This is the front of the hip flexor. This is all the muscles that do all the work when you're walking and lifting your legs. And now from here, we're going to inhale. We're going to reach the arms up. And now bring the arms open into what we call cactus arms. And that allows the chest to expand. So we're opening up that heart space. And now exhale, frame the front foot. Bring the hips back. We're going to stretch out that front leg just a bit. Turn the toes the toes start pointing towards the ceiling. Just a brief little stretch. And then start to bend that left knee. Tuck the back toes. And then step the back toes or the back foot, not just the toes, but the whole foot back towards the front of the mat in your forward fold. Inhale for half lift. And then exhale, release again. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Expand the arms, really reach out. Exhale, hands at heart center, and then by your side. Inhale, reach up. We're going to connect all those little movements. Hook the thumbs, and let's bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, back to center. Open arm twist. Float the arms back up, and let's twist to the other side. Inhale up, and then exhale, floating all the way down. Come up for your half lift, and then fold as we step the left foot back this time. Lowering the knee. Bring your hands to your thigh, helping you to lift your torso. Press in that press forward. You feel that stretch in the back of the leg. And then inhale, rise. Reach your arms up. Open up to cactus. Exhale, frame the front foot. Draw the hips back. I always like this stretch. It feels good. And then rebend that front leg. Frame the front foot. Lift the back knee. Bring the right foot back. And then come into downward dog. So press the hips up and back. Pedal out a few times. And just tune into your experience. How does this downward dog feel compared to your first one? Maybe a little looser, maybe a little tighter, maybe just right. And then from here, come to stillness. And then come onto the toes. And once again, we make our way to the top of the mat. And when you get there, just stay in that fold. And then inhale for that half lift. Exhale, release down. And inhale, reach all the way up, coming into this high prayer. And then exhale, hands at your heart center, by your side. Just stay here for a moment. After moving the body a little bit, sense the energy and how it's distributing through the body. One of the things that we need to do around the solstice is to release the past and move forward. So I ask everyone here to think of something this past year that you're grateful for. It's really one of the questions on your handout. And I'm sure you can find many, many things throughout this very challenging year that you're grateful for. And then as you inhale, just reach up and send all that to the universe. And then bring the hands back to the heart. And by sending that gratitude to this past year, we're releasing the energy so that we have space for new things to enter our lives. All right, bring your hands by your side. And now you're going to face the long end of the mat. We're going to bring some Qigong movement. So it's going to be a little different. It's all movement. It's all energy. Okay, so bring your feet hip distance apart. Hands by your side. Okay. Just feel yourself grounding down. Bring your hands, your palms are facing outward. Keep the knees soft if you want. If you don't want to lock them, that's fine. You can keep them nice and soft. As if you're like on a boat, you know, and you're rocking back and forth and your knees are nice and soft. And as we inhale, let's reach the arms up. And as we exhale, draw the palms down. Fingertips facing towards each other and they can touch. Draw the energy down towards the middle of the body. And then when you get to the bottom, just open the fingertips wide, palms facing. Turn the palms out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw the energy that we bring down from the sky, from the heavens towards the middle of the body. So we're bringing that energy. So the energy is where our hands are. And then we release it down to the earth and then draw that energy back up. And then lowering that fresh new energy from the sky down towards the middle. Okay. Now we're going to do, keep the palms, keep your arms down. And we're going to reverse that. So now we're going to inhale, draw the energy from the earth, lifting up through the middle of the body. When we get to the heart, we turn the palms up towards the sky and release that up. Good. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach that energy up through from the earth through the middle of the body. Turn the palms up at the heart space and then let it go. And then inhale up. Turn your palms up. And then lowering the arms down. All right, we're going to do a movement now called, I call it floating hands over clouds or floating your hands over the water. All right, it balances the left and the right side of the body. We're going to take our left hand and we're going to lock the fingers as if all the fingers are touching. This is called a chi lock. And we're going to bring the hand behind us, supporting by the kidney. Okay. Your right hand, your palms facing down. So draw the right hand out. And you're going to move the legs, the lower trunk, as we move the upper body. Okay. So you're going to take your arm and you're going to float it in front of you. And as you float across to the other side, you're going to circle the arm to the left, the hand to the left, and then draw it in towards the chest. Allow the fingers to graze the heart space. And then you're going to open the hand towards the other side. And you're going to keep floating as if your hand's floating over a cloud or maybe over water. So you're creating this like circle around you. It's not a full circle. So keep floating your hands across the clouds or the water. Breathing your normal breathing. No controlled breath work. Move the legs, allow the legs to just move accordingly and intuitively. So Qigong moves the energy. So we're moving the energy around the body. We'll do this a few more times on this side. And you can do it as fast or as slow as you want. You don't have to do it as slow as I am doing it. You can do it fast. If you feel you need to get a little bit more energy, just move it faster. If you want to slow the energy down, just do it slow. All right, then when we get back to center, we're going to release the back hand. You're going to do the chi lock with the right hand, bring it behind us. Take your left hand and float it out, bring it in front of you or to the left of you, and then start to bring that hand over the clouds, over to the right side of the body, fingertip grazes the heart space. So we're doing a lot of things here. We're working the arms, we're working the waist because we're rotating, right? Rotating the abs, we're working the spine and the legs. So there's a lot of physical movement along with energetic movement. And all we're doing, or what we're doing, is we're clearing the space out internally. We're moving what is stagnant to another. When you get back to the front, just release the hands. I'm just going to fix my mat because it seems to be doing its own thing. Okay. All right, let's do one more. All right, let's do this one here. I'm going to bring the knees or the feet hip distance apart. You can bring the toes out towards the corners of the mat and just bend the knees. This is typically called the goddess squat in yoga. All right, so we're just lowering a little bit. If it's not comfortable, just keep the legs extended. From here, bring the fingertips together. In front palms are facing up. Then we're going to circle the arms up and circle them down. And bring the hands in front now as if you have a little ball. And just circle this little ball in front of you. Little energy ball. And now reach, let go of the ball, reach all the way up. And then come back to the center. This time, take your bottom hand faces up. And then, I'm sorry, both palms face forward. Sorry about that. And then extend the arms out. And then twist towards your left and twist towards your right, or whatever, don't worry about which way I twisted. You twist your right and your left. And then circle the arms around and then facing towards each other again, and then out. And then twist and twist. We're just going to do one more time on each side. Circle the hands around towards each other, towards that ball. Press the hands out and then twist. And then do that again. And then press out and twist. Good. Now straighten the legs and then release the arms, reach all the way up. And now we're going to bend at the hips and we're going to come forward. And we're moving out of our Qigong flow and coming back into what is called a wide leg forward fold. So that was just a little bit of a Qigong flow in between all our other movements or exercises. Then from here, you can release the hands down onto the mat, or you can grab opposite elbows. But if you're uncomfortable with the balance, just bring the hands to the mat. Release the head. This is considered an inversion pose. For those I don't do any headstands or anything like that. So this is as far as I get with my head, um, past my head down this way. So the blood is circulating in a reverse fashion towards the head. So this is a very calming pose. Well, downward dog is also considered the same as this. Now take 2 breaths, 2 complete breaths. So a deep inhale and an exhale. And then bring your hands to your hips, slowly start to rise, very slowly because you've had your head down for a little while. And then come up, bring your feet together. Okay. And we're going to make our way back down onto the mat. However you want to get there, we're going to come onto our bellies. So if not sure, I think I asked everyone if you had a candle, even one of these little flameless ones. We're going to come into a pose on our bellies called the Sphinx pose. And it is, I'm just going to hold you there in this pose for like a minute. So come onto the belly. If you have the candle, place it near you in front. I'll give you a moment to do that. So your feet are out, extend the feet out behind you, obviously. Bring the elbows underneath your shoulders. And get to where you're comfortable, where you can feel like the shoulders joints, sockets just comfortably rest on the arms, the biceps, the upper arm muscles. Spread the fingertips out. And then just gently draw the elbows in towards the torso, so towards your body. Feel the compression in the lower spine. Now I want you to gauge the sensation. If it's on a scale from 1 to 10, the sensation should be between 2 and 5. Mild to moderate. If it's too much, lower yourself down onto your hands. We're targeting that kidney meridian, that compression in the lower spine. Now, if you have the candle, just gaze at it. Right? So draw in, surrender into the pose, and then just simply gaze at the candle. Take a few moments, once again, in reflection. And think about, how do you want to enter the winter season? How you want to enter the new year? Maybe you're excited about starting something new. We all have new hopes and dreams. We don't have to wait for a new year to begin them. Right? But whatever intention you have, whatever dreams and hopes that you have, bring about really positive energy behind them. Go into the new year feeling optimistic and hopeful. Create that positive mindset. Take 4 more breaths here. So 4 more complete breaths, unless you want to come out of the pose sooner. After your fourth exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your hands in front, stacked. Lower the forehead down onto the hands. You can bend the knees here if you want to do some windshield wipers. Right, so we compress the lower spine for a few minutes, so it could feel a little tender. So just be mindful. Another thing you can do, you can bend the right knee. So you can bring the knee just up a little bit, and that can create a little nice little counter pose for the lower back, or it may deepen the sensation. So just be mindful of that. Just for a few breaths, and then bend the left knee in towards your hip. Oh, I forgot to play music. Oh, sorry. I'll play it at the end. All right, take another complete breath. And bring your hands towards the side of your rib cage. Draw the elbows towards each other, and then start to lift the shoulders up and back. We're going to come into just a brief child's pose, because that is a really wonderful counter pose for when we compress the spine. We'll bring the hips back as we did earlier in the child's pose. Take 2 more breaths, 2 complete breaths. And then bring the hands towards the torso, towards your knees. Lift up. Lower yourself down on your left side, your left glutes. Bring your legs out in front. And we're going to lower ourselves down. So you can keep the knees bent and just slowly lower yourself down. And draw the knees into the chest. So as we did at the beginning, but we're going to do some nice twists here. So first, just bring the knees into the chest. Maybe rock on the lower back. Give your back a little love, a little kidney love there too. And then bring the soles of the feet back flat onto the mat. Press your feet into the mat, lift the hips, and just swing the hips to the left about 2 or 3 inches, 2 inches. And then from here, lower the knees to the right. So we're going to come into a twist. A twist, there's all kinds of options. You can keep the knees like this or stack them. You can extend the bottom leg out and keep the top knee bent. Or you can twist the legs. So there's different twist variations. Find one that suits you. Mindful, once again, the back is we're rotating the back. So if it's too much of a sensation for you, if you don't want to do a twist, you can come onto your back. If you can do a gentle twist, it really, really helps with the organs. All the organs and here's what I found. Oh my goodness, this watch is killing me today. It's talking to me. You can bring the arms out to a T if you'd like, and rotate your neck towards the opposite side. And so this is a full rotation of the spine. So a theme of the winter solstice is not just about doing nothing or coming into stillness. It's also about reflecting and renewal. And as I mentioned, thinking about what it is you're passionate about, what you want to do in the new year, new projects, new beginnings. These are all things that um, we start to think about when we're in more of a reflective stage. Right? We start to plant those seeds. And even though in winter, even though the earth is cold and it's dark, the earth is still alive and it's still growing, and all the seeds and the roots, they're all still nurturing themselves, and that's what we need to do in winter. It's really nurture ourselves physically and energetically, right? We need to feed the soul just as much as we need to feed the body. Take two more breaths in your twist, and we're going to repeat it on the other side. If we nurture our winter dreams, they will produce abundant summer harvests. I love that quote. It's true. So to come out of your twist, if you had your legs twisted, untwist them first. You want to bring the knees in towards the middle of the body. You can hug the knees first into the chest if you'd like, and then bring your feet flat onto the mat. Lift the hips, swing them to the right a couple of inches, and then lower down on towards the left side. There's a well-known story of a Sufi wise man. His name was Mullah, who one night was combing through the dirt under a street lamp in front of his house. And a passerby asked, Mullah, what are you looking for? He said, the keys to my house. So the two got on their hands and knees searching for the keys. And then after another hour passed, the passerby asked, are you sure you dropped the keys here? He said, oh, no. No, I dropped the keys inside my house. And so the passerby, astonished, said or asked, why are you here looking for them? He said, because the light is shining here. I thought it was so appropriate, being that now the light is starting to, will be with us longer as we move forward in winter. Right? So the darkest night is tomorrow, and then after that, there'll be more light upon us. And always keep in mind that no matter what happens in our lives, and there's going to be days when they're dark, we have dark days, and things may not always seem great. Always know that there's always light. There's always a hint of light that's always shining, right? It's not always as bad as it seems. And to move towards that light, to bring that light in, let it shine where you need it. Take two more complete breaths here. And then you'll do the same things you did before to come out of your little twisted, your twisted twist. Bring your knees into your chest. Now we're going to set up. I wrote a meditation that I'm going to read to you. And if I remember to put the music on, I'll put a little bit of music background. But if you have pillows or two blankets, I I want you to bring those pillows underneath your legs. Or you could stack as high as you want, you know. And then you're going to bring your hips towards those pillows or those blankets. If you have a blanket, also, if you want to put a blanket underneath your chest, the back part of your chest, so the upper back, you can do that too. Or like long way this way, so that your head rests. Okay. We're going to put you in a little bit of a restorative pose so that you're comfortable. You'll be here for a little bit. And a restorative pose, when you hold a restorative pose for longer than just 2 minutes in a shavasana, it helps with the nervous system. It helps calm it. Right? So remember to bring restorative poses into your life, especially in the winter. Right. So find your comfy pose. Make sure that your neck is neutral, that it's not crunched. So you want to, so you may want to, if you have a blanket underneath your head, maybe you want to just curl it. I like to curl it and have like this little cushion, a neck cushion. You do that. If you want a blanket to cover you, do that as well. I am going to find my little music. I'll just play. All right. And now settle into this space. Oops. There we go. Maybe deepen your inhales and your exhales just a little bit. Feel as if you've settled in for a nice little nap. A rest that's will benefit the body and the mind and the spirit. Feel the energy of the lungs. Allow them to expand and nurture them with every breath. Feel the cool air as you breathe it in. And the warmth of the exhale as you let it out. Feel this beautiful flow of energy. And allow it to circulate within and without, just as we did at the beginning. Feel the container of your skin around you. Feel your body as it meets the earth, as it greets the earth. And feel yourself supported. Allow yourself to totally let go in the moment. Sense the darkness around you, the emptiness in the vast universe. Feel your consciousness expand as it takes in this darkness. Allow it to create space within your mind. Allow it to be a gateway for those thoughts and those energies that no longer serve you. For those situations that have held you back. Release them into the universe. And send them along with words of gratitude. Let them go. And as you release these energies, feel the spaciousness Feel the lightness, both physically and energetically. Feel as the lungs breathe better. Feel as your shoulders feel stronger. And feel your heart as it beats within you, knowing that it is safe. Sit for a few moments or lay there for a few moments with this feeling of expansion and be receptive to whatever arises in your awareness. Feel the warmth of an old friend nearby, as if they have placed a hand on your shoulder to let you know that they are here with you on this journey. Feel the uplift in your heart as you sense their presence. Feel any worry leave your breath. And as you gaze towards the north, notice a small brilliance piercing through. As if there is a small tear in the dark night. The brilliance is a shining star shedding its light upon you. And the light is a sign that allows it to enter into the inner space that you have created. Allow this light to enter. Breathe it in with every inhale. Feel the embrace of this energy as you let the light in. And start to deepen the breath now, making your way back to where you are in the room. Feel the energy in the belly, where it's gathered up and always there to warm you, to keep you safe, to keep you in harmony with your spirit. Allow a gentle smile to come across the face. And then invite movement slowly back. And in the next few moments, I ask that you just either stay where you are in this restorative pose if you'd like, or if you'd like to draw the knees into the chest for an embrace. And then slowly lower the knees to whatever side is comfortable. And just stay here for a moment. Feel the energy that you created within you tonight. Feel it glowing within you. And know that this is always with you. This beautiful energy that you have. Take a nice deep inhale and an exhale. And then if you're ready, and if you'd like to come to a seated position, bringing the hands together at heart space, and first bowing our head down and sending gratitude for all those that practiced with you today. May we all share in a beautiful winter solstice. And always know that there will always be darkness, but within that darkness, there's always light. They may not be in balance, they may not be dancing in sync, but if you look closely, you will notice that a nod to the other, that one nods to the other, and they will always be there for each other. May we find hope in the lights that we have kindled on this night together. And may this practice be in service of gratitude, of compassion, of kindness and love for ourselves, for those in our lives, and for all mankind. Namaste.